Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel again. So today I've come with a very interesting topic, and that is hair loss or hair fall. Now hair loss or hair fall affects both men as well as women. Every one of us at some point in our life we must have experienced hair loss. Before understanding in detail, did you know there is a difference between hair loss and hair fall? So in today's video we shall understand what is hair loss or hair fall. Secondly, what are the reasons or the causes behind it? And finally, I will share with you some solutions and preventive measures that you can take to reduce or prevent hair fall. Starting on this topic, did you know that there is a difference between hair fall and hair loss? Now, we usually use both these terms interchangeably, but there is a slight difference in between these two terms. Hair fall is the natural shedding of hair. So, your hair now has a growth cycle, and as a part of this cycle, it will fall off. So, that is hair fall. So normally a person loses about 50 to 100 strands of hair every day. This hair that falls is usually replaced by new hair, and therefore you do not see a much change in the volume of your hair. Hair loss, also known as alopecia, occurs when your hair follicles stop producing new hair. This means now the rate at which you are shedding hair is more than the rate at which they are growing back again. So this leads to thinning of hair or even bald patches. Let us now understand what are the causes of hair fall or hair loss. First is genetics or hereditary factors. Now in your family, if your father or your mother has a genetic predisposition to hair loss, then this will definitely be passed on to you. This type of hair loss is very gradual. It starts with thinning at the crown or your hairline. Second reason is hormonal imbalance. If your hormone levels are affected due to thyroid, PCOS, PCOD or even menopause, then this will lead to extra shedding of hair. Many women also lose hair postpartum due to hormonal fluctuations. This is a very temporary phase. Third reason of hair loss is stress. Stress causes a type of hair loss known as telogen effluvium. In this condition, a large number of hair follicles prematurely enter a resting phase. Now this causes a lot of hair loss. Do not worry, this is a very temporary phase. Once your stress levels come down, your hair resumes normal growth. Fourth is nutritional deficiencies. Hair needs a lot of nutrients to grow strong and healthy. So if you have nutrient deficiencies like iron, vitamin D, zinc, and even insufficient intake of protein will weaken your hair follicles. Also crash dieting, losing lot of weight in a short period of time, having very poor nutrition, all of this also leads to hair loss. Now certain medical conditions or even medications that you may be taking will also result in hair loss. Most of this is temporary. Sixth is hair styling practices. Frequent heat treatments, then chemical treatments like dyeing your hair, straightening, perming, and tight hairstyles like a pony, braid, or tying a very tight bun. This also affects your hair follicles. This leads to something called as traction alopecia. What happens is, because you're tightly tying your hair, it is leading to excessive tension in your hair follicles. This damages your hair follicles and thus prevents growth of hair. So avoid tying your hair in a very tight manner. Seventh reason is aging. So as we age, automatically our hair starts to become thinner and more brittle. Our hair growth cycle also slows down and the hair follicles stop producing new hair. So this leads to gradual thinning of our hair. Environmental factors also lead to hair loss. If you are exposed to pollution, UV rays, you are doing a lot of chemical treatment to your hair, all of this also leads to hair loss. This weakens your hair, it damages the hair follicles and prevents new hair growth. Let us see some preventive measures that we can take to prevent hair fall. First of all, have a balanced diet. Include lots of nutrient dense foods so that you get all the required vitamins, minerals, and also adequate protein in your diet to maintain strong and healthy hair. Stress is a very common trigger for hair loss. Engage in activities that will de-stress you like yoga, meditation, deep breathing. Get enough sleep and exercise to reduce your stress levels. Take good care of your hair. Avoid excessive hair styling and chemical treatments on your hair. Use a wide-toothed comb to minimize breakage. Try to use shampoos, conditioners that do not have sulfate in them and also are free from harsh chemicals. Avoid using a blow dryer regularly. Let your hair naturally dry. A healthy scalp is the key to strong hair growth. So massage your scalp with coconut, almond or castor oil. Avoid tight hairstyles. Pulling your hair into tight hairstyles weakens your hair shaft, and this leads to something called as traction alopecia. Opt for looser hairstyles, and this gives enough rest to your hair follicles. As far as possible, try to limit your exposure to pollutants. So whenever you go out, wear a hat or a scarf to prevent exposing your hair to sun, dust and pollution. Also see that you wash your hair regularly to prevent dirt and dust accumulating in your scalp. If you are experiencing excessive hair loss wherein even self-care measures are not helping you, it is better that you see a doctor. There may be some underlying medical condition that needs to be taken care of. In such cases, early intervention will be helpful in preventing more damage. Hair loss or hair fall are common issues that almost everyone gets affected. While certain types of hair loss you may not be able to do anything, for example in the case of genetics or aging, adopt healthy hair care habits, have a balanced diet, exercise regularly, manage your stress levels. This will prevent excessive shedding of hair. Adopt good habits towards your hair right in the beginning. I hope today's video was informative and will help you in taking care of your hair. Comment in the comment section below and let me know. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will be soon back with another interesting video. So take good care of your hair, and until the next video, it's bye from me.